the NBA All-Star game has hit a basement level low with two NBA players voting for Bronny James to be an All-Star. I haven't seen that, but if there's two NBA players that voted Bronny James, you just got to throw out the All-Star game this year. That is preposterous that he is even being considered.
Uh,
Like, I I don't even know how many minutes he's even played this season
I think it's 6.9 per game.
per game. So barely getting onto the court. A lot of his game is so bad. And like I say, it might be FaZe Clan that's making, pushing for him to, or the old FaZe Clan pushing to get him in, but it makes your sport a laughing stock when that happens. I'm trying to remember the last time something like that sort of happened. Because I feel like it happened a few years ago with like a rookie that should was good, but probably not a starter.
Mhm.
Um, but like I say, it's sort of that favoritism type thing. Um, but yeah, it's a low bar for the NBA to have let that happen and letting that news out. Because like I say, it makes your league look like a laughing stock. Because it's pretty much you're voting a G League player to be on the All Star team as a starter. Um, So it's crazy. Some news with that. I saw LeBron not on the starting lineup.
Yeah, deservedly so, finally. God, I wonder if he'll even participate.
I doubt he will.
Yeah, no, I doubt it too. I think he'll be like an honorary coach or
Again,
something.
or yeah,
Again.
he'll take a spot and then show up in his street clothes and not even wear the jersey. Um, you know,
Yeah.
I saw a funny. I think it's Bleacher Report or something that always puts out like the funny cartoons, but where he sort of wants to get into it and telling Draymond that he has to take out Steph Curry because that's the only way he's going to get in if Steph Curry goes out. That's LeBron's way to get in, but
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
I would still pick other players before LeBron James, I think, if if someone goes out from the West, Steph, Luca, Shea, Nikola, and Victor Wembanyama. I think there's still a lot of other better players that in the West that deserve it more. Like I say, James Harden, I would put it over LeBron James because he's just done more for the team than LeBron has.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's clearly, definitely gone on to be Luka's team
Hmm.
with the Lakers. Even Austin Reeves
Yeah.
is far better than LeBron at this point in time. Um, but yeah, Bronny, I think he's averaging like 1.8 points a game, 1.6 rebounds a game. And if I had to vote on what two players voted for him,
Hmm.
I'm gonna say it's LeBron and Draymond Green. I think are the two players
Uncle
that
Draymond.
voted for him. Uncle Draymond, I think are the two that probably voted for him. Um, and just because they're kind of, I don't know, out of sorts in a way.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, it's clearly players aren't taking it that serious either. If
Hmm.
we're talking about stuff like this when it revolves around the All-Star game. And then I also looked up undeserved NBA All-Star players that were picked. It starts with Jamal McGlure. I don't know if you remember him back in the mid 2000s.
Okay.
Chris Kaman, the great Clipper, back in 2010.
The candy
Um,
man.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Maybe the hair got him in.
it could have been.
Um, Dale Davis back in 2000.
Okay.
People put Kobe Bryant here 2014. Is this the year that he was towards the Achilles,
Maybe.
if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, he got in there, and then James Donaldson back in the 80s. They also mentioned B.J. Armstrong, A.C. Green, John Havlicek, Mo Williams, and this one might have been the one you're thinking about. Andrew Wiggins voted All-Star
That's the one.
starter in recent
Yeah.
seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so yeah. I guess some controversy that's kind of circulating around the All-Star selection since I guess it just happened. I
Hmm.
say I guess because quite frankly, there's so much other news in sports that is just
Hmm.
dominating the NBA All-Star game at this point. It just shows,
Yeah,
like your take says, basement level lows.
yeah.
Stephen Curry selection over Anthony Edwards. Steph's having a
Hmm.
good year.
Yeah.
But Anthony Edwards is incredible as well.
Hmm.
And then, like you mentioned, LeBron James not making the starter list. Not a snub at all. I mean,
Yeah.
he started off the year not playing, was injured, came back, and we've seen, I feel like, in my opinion, a bunch of lowlights of him. Talking to the
Yeah.
visiting bench, not focused, not, treating JJ Redick with any respect. Lakers good record, but it's Luka's in Reeves' team at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm looking at I don't know NBA communications. It looks like a legit Twitter or X account. But the three voting groups determined the starters for the 2026 NBA All-Star Game. Fans vote 50% of it weighs for the fans,
Mhm.
25% NBA players, and then 25 media panels. So for the West, LeBron player rank, Nikola was number one. Steph's ranked number two per the players.
Okay.
Not bad. Shea
Mhm.
number three. Anthony Edwards four. KD five. Luca six. Wemby seven. LeBron James eight. Like I said, that's where I'm sort of like, I don't know if he's eight. Nine isn't here, but 10, Denny Avdija from Portland. I think he's a
Yep.
lot better than LeBron. You know, why
Oh
they're
yeah.
ranking, and then Kawhi. I think Kawhi and LeBron are pretty much the same level. You know, 8 and
Mhm.
12 shouldn't be much of a difference. So, um, it's crazy how some of these players look at it.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, at least Kawhi plays defense these days.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the Eastern starting lineup: Giannis, Jalen Brunson, Jalen Brown, Cade Cunningham, Tyrese Maxey. Western: Luca, Steph, Shea, Nikola, Wembanyama.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards, I guess, is just odd man out.
Yeah.
I don't, in my opinion, I'm gonna catch a lot of heat for this. Put Anthony Edwards in over Shea. I
I
just think,
I would. I would just based off the play style, uh
yep.
how OKC runs and the favoritism per the league. I like I say, I've said it. If Shea was on the Clippers, I probably wouldn't be saying this as much, but Shea isn't on the Clippers anymore. We traded him.
Hmm.
But great player, but just gets away with so much. It's the old Harden, and I think it was the same conversation we had back then. We would have had, and we probably did have that conversation back then, not on a podcast, but Harden probably didn't deserve to be an all-star because a lot of his points came from free throws. Just getting the fouls. Like I say, great player, never going to take anything away. Probably both of them are a Hall of Famers in the future, but
Hmm.
it's just not great basketball. And like I say, well, it, this was always about watching great competitive basketball. But once Kobe sort of left, it went downhill. I think
Hmm.
Kobe was the last one to sort of bring that competitiveness to the All-Star game and bring that what we always wanted to watch from an All-Star game. And once he left, I think it was his last one. I saw a video about this.
I
He
was gonna bring that
was
up. You sent it to me. Hmm.
Yeah, I think I said it to you, where he wanted to go one-on-one against LeBron James, and what does LeBron do? Passes it out. LeBron wanted no heat, and that just shows how not. I don't want to say he's not committed to the game as much anymore, but his mindset's a lot different than what Kobe's mindset is in the sport.
Hmm. Absolutely. I completely agree. And then, Kobe had a great way of making everybody around him much more competitive.
Hmm.
He got the most out of Andrew Bynum And I think he got more out of Andrew Bynum than Andrew Bynum knew that was in him.
Yeah.
Because after Kobe, Bynum did nothing.
No. Yeah.
And the clip I always think back to was Kobe and Bynum in the Lakers going up against Wade and Shaq on the Heat. And I don't know if you've seen this clip, you probably have, but Bynum getting, I guess, low-key posterized by Shaq.
Yeah.
And then Bynum gets off the ground, runs down the court, doesn't back down,
Hmm.
does a great pivot spin move off of Shaq and dunks it, and then kind of, shove shouldered. Shaq gets into it and
Hmm.
shoves him. But he got the crowd fired up. He got his team fired up. And I feel like that's the nature that Kobe brought out was no
Yeah.
matter who it is, you're going to compete. And I think that's why, you bring up the All-Star game, Kobe going up against MJ in the All-Star game.
Hmm.
That was
Yeah.
historical. People love to watch that. And yeah, he just made everything competitive. And that's the NBA I really miss.
Yeah.
Because it's just not that way anymore. And going back to the Shea and Anthony Edwards scenario here, John, because I want to get your opinion. I don't know if it's going to change from what you just said, but if you were starting an NBA franchise, would you prefer to start it with Shea or Anthony Edwards?
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
I'd prefer Anthony Edwards.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. And in a big part to me is the competitive nature Anthony Edwards has.
Hmm.
And I think his general skill set, I think Shea relies nowadays on a lot of fouls and, like you
Yeah.
mentioned, going up to the line
Hmm.
15, 20 times a game. Skill sets on each of them are absolutely incredible. But man, give me
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards. He's clutch as well.
Yeah. So I'm reading a little bit into the All-Star game. Because I'm curious. It's a new layout. It's USA versus the world, what they're saying.
Hmm.
Um, the five players honored as starters from each conference will be selected by fans. Uh, this year's this year's All-Stars will be selected without regard to position. The processing for assigning players to the two U.S. teams will be determined at a later date. So it's a round robin tournament, two USA teams versus one world team. It's Team A will play Team B in game one. The winning team from game one will take on Team C in game two, followed by the losing team of game one meeting Team C in game three. After game three, the top two teams by record will advance to face each other in the championship game, game four. If all three teams have a 1-1 record after game three, the tiebreaker would be point differential in each of the team's two rounds of robin games. This is trash. I hate it already. I just reading it, I was done. What are they doing?
Yeah.
I'm so confused, and it's probably like gonna be a dumpster fire.
Yeah, why make it round robin? Why not just make it out like how they would do the rookie sophomore game and have
Hmm.
it world versus US,
Yeah.
That makes more sense. But
Mhm.
I think I think the US would have some trouble.
Oh yeah.
Because dude, like looking at it, Jokic, Wemby, Shea because he's Canadian, Doncic, I mean, Giannis,
So
that alone. Oh my gosh.
is Cade Cunningham Canadian?
I don't think so. I think he's
No.
from the States.
So it would be them, Giannis. So it'd be Cade Cunningham, Tyrese, Jalen Brown. Isn't he Australian? Did he go Australian because he was never in Team USA, or was it he looking?
No,
Because remember, or
I
he could
think
be
he's
Team
from the
USA.
States.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think he's from
him,
because his dad played in the
okay.
in the NBA.
Steph and Anthony Edwards. That's their starting five. But Jokic, Doncic, Shea, Wemby, Giannis. That's just insane.
The height alone
Yeah,
is absurd.
yeah, that isn't crazy. Because then Denny Aviaja from Portland is,
Yep.
you know, the world. I think I don't know if Jalen Johnson's the one that's Canadian, but like I said, those Canadian. If you're from Canada, you're part of the world.
Yep.
So
Kid's
let me
from
see.
Texas. Kid Cunningham.
Kid Cunningham. Okay.
Um, I think I think it's Shaylin Johnson, right?
Yeah.
I think he's from the States as well.
Is he?
Great player, has the height to maybe compete with Wemby
Maybe.
and such.
Maybe. I don't know if
But that's
anybody
insane.
Wemby and Jokic, nobody's gonna get through that.
No. Um, yeah, Jalen Johnson's from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Um, but man, yeah, KD, older KD, let's get him up there.
Yeah.
Um, but again, they're going to do this round robin thing. So they're kind of splitting up the international players, I take it.
Maybe. Well, it's only one international team and two USA teams, so like I
Oh,
say, I truly what I think they're trying to do is sort of taking a book out of hockey. You know what
I
hockey
see.
did for the All-Star game, but like I said, the way they're doing it with the round robin, it's like, it's not the same pizzazz, I think, as what hockey is. Because in hockey, like I say that, what was it, the first game in USA Canada, just all out brawl, everybody, and it
Oh,
was
yeah. That's
monumental.
great.
Like I say, what are these NBA players gonna do? Take out their phones and tweet each other some negative things? Like that's the most they'll probably do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, you can hardly you can't touch the air around a player in the NBA right now. It'll be a
Hmm.
foul. And the refs will somehow make the All-Star game about them as well,
Huh?
you know,
Yeah.
call too many fouls.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like I said, NBA, if you want to make us believers of this format, let us know. We'll go out, we'll check it out. We'll give you our honest opinions of what we thought, what we liked, what we didn't like.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah,
It's local. It's at the
it's
Intuit
also
Dome
hmm
in
yeah.
LA this year. Yeah, invite us. Yeah, if you want to make this podcast become believers of the NBA All-Star game, I
Yeah.
think that's the
Yeah.
only way you can do it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think this is what year two of us trash talking NBA All-Star. Like I said.
Yeah, and it'll continue.
Yeah. Till they prove something to us or we see it firsthand in person. Because like I said, we haven't been swayed at all recently.
Yep, that's right. But get excited. Less than a
Yeah.
month away.
Yeah. But yeah,
Brutal.
no, but that's our All-Star game. Bronny James, if he would have been voted as a starter, do you think views would have gone up or down?
Down. I think
Down.
down even more because he's not even that what if.
Mhm.
He's just a we've seen him. And I saw a somebody roast his G League highlights recently,
Oh man.
and it was like, dude, like he passes everything. He doesn't
Yeah.
take an open shot, he'll pass it away. I mean, like father, like son, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's what he would do in the All-Star game. Oh yeah, Bronny, go up against Con Knipple in a one-on-one, of young stars, well, young one
Yeah.
star. And he would pass it away because he doesn't want to go up against Con Knipple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Speaking of Con Knipple, have you seen his brothers? Like that family is going to be
Oh yeah.
outrageous.
Oh yeah. I've
They're
seen
all
it.
studs. It's
They are.
insane.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw the one video, I think it was Thanksgiving, where they were in Knippel's home stay, and he took the
Yep.
entire Charlotte team to have a
Yeah.
Thanksgiving dinner.
So good.
Mello was there, like it was awesome. But yeah, you see the brothers, they're big too. They're gonna be great
Hmm.
basketball players. So like I say, look out for them,
Yeah,
in the future, and that could be the next like Ball brothers that aren't promoting it or trying to make something of it before it even happens.
absolutely. Yeah, no, look out for them as well
Yeah,
as the Boozer twins coming out.
yeah,
One Boozer twin's better than the other though, but
yeah.
they're still play for Duke. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, the crazy family genetics as far as skill
Yeah.
level goes.